I have a very big brain, so I'm gonna finish making my tea before we start, but it should be in a minute or so. All right, I'm back. We switched to the GameCube. Always a huge goddamn hassle with OBS crashing about 3 times. Hey there, Adri. I was about to mention you because you played this game as a kid. Before that, though, reminder that you want to be rather unethical than inedible. If you don't get that joke, well, you'll never become a mod in my channel. Anyway, this game is it's one of like the better series tie-in games. It like who said it? Anderson. The UI is a bit jank. Frankly, the whole game's a bit jank. You can very much see how it suffers from the design issues of its age, but overall it's all right. Like the writing is eh. Um, the writing is eh, but the game looks all right. It's a GameCube game, nothing special.
Buy something?
Actually, buy from you, Heavenly Robe. It's better than what I'm currently using in every way. No way. But it should be the same. Hmm. It's trash. Wait, so let's see. We now have 90? And we do go up to 96. Okay, that's fine. Ah, you were a beer robe and we bought a heavenly robe. That's why. Alright. They don't see us, by the way, because we're wearing armor. Ignore the flying lemur.
Putting young girls in prison doesn't seem right, even if they
The
are.
head tattoo and everything else. Don't worry about it. I almost didn't believe this actually exists. Wait, what? It does, Anderson. I saw you joined the group. It's not a game I play often, but when I play it, you'll know about it. It's not stealth, it's just you're disguised. But yeah, so like the game suffers from quite a few things, actually.
For a bargain?
I
Doesn't feel like home anymore.
I don't know what I would give it, like if I would have to give it a grade. Because like I really like Avatar, right? So you would imagine I would really like a game like this, but the controls just poorly enough that it isn't always enjoyable. The story it follows is completely unlike the
Doesn't
series.
seem right, even if they are.
So that's like, sure, I guess. It's not a point I understand why they did it, because the story of the series was 10 out of 10. But I guess they didn't know. There's no way they didn't know how to make that into a video game. It's really strange.
What do you want? See you.
Sue. Okay, sure. That was a cutscene. So the game is like a fairly standard action adventure. It's clunky, but it's alright. We have been betrayed by the tie-in stuff. Well, so it's better than other tie-in stuff. Like before this, I played 2 collectathons. One with Looney Tunes. Oh look, it's time for TDR. There's like one with Looney Tunes and one with Animaniacs, and they weren't really good. Either of them. So, we've had worse. Night Riding misses collecting my ass.
Boomerang versus bending? Boomerang wins.
Where's the leather strip? Oh. Soul Iron Pendant. Heavenly Charm is just better. Cloud Band. Oh, he might be in here, so I don't know. Let's check Aang for a second. Nah, I prefer higher chi on you. Yeah, so you already have one of those amulets as well. I see. Yin Yang pastes? I very much do not miss collectathons.
Hey, they're wearing our clothes. They stole our clothes.
I know the way. Well, we won't be needing those anymore.
Just know the Boomer
I
Aang.
needed the training anyway.
Are you calling Aang a boomer?
Ready, guys?
How did I do that again? It's like, yeah, that.
Come on, we have to find Katana.
We have to find a guitar.
Ouch!
I'll get you for that.
Ow.
Ow! I've got no energy left.
I'll get you for that.
Ow!
I don't remember what blocking actually was.
I'll get you for that.
Oh, it's B.
Great to have you back,
That's the
gang.
one. Slowly regaining health, I'm going to wait a bit. He's technically 112. Very boomerish. Finish making my tea here. So yeah, this I really, this game is really strange, right? I have a feeling it's going to be very short, but I also have a feeling it's actually going to be much longer than I would expect. And that's not per se a bad thing. Because I always like playing more games that I haven't played before. I'm not one of those guys that, you know, plays it once in a while. Actually, God, it's really awkward. I was talking at my internship, right, about things that we do. And it actually came across like, oh yeah, we were talking about a video game, and I think a guy mentioned like, oh, I think it's too expensive. And I was like, oh, I didn't think it was too expensive, but then again, I also got it for free. And it was like, oh, how do you get it for free? Do you do reviews? I'm like, ah, god damn it, no, I stream. And they were looking at me like, wait, people actually do that? You're like Data when he saw his emotion chips and finally understood the joke from season 1, episode 1. Let's see, here's some crates. Wait, did I say Korra over Aang? No fucking way. 1 second. Did I actually know? Jesus Christ, why are you baiting me like this, Brelix, you piece of shit? Name game, please. What? Brelix, you're a piece of shit, actually making me get up and check my computer. The name of the game is Avatar: The Last Airbender. I don't know how I could have made it more clear. That is the name of the game. Nice 3D thing, though. It's kind of nice you have these layers. Get whacked. Get whacked. And get whacked. Get whacked. Oh, for a funny... Okay, we can't do that again. Whacked. Ooh, nice. I may as well stay now. Korra, the legend of Airbender, the legend at Airbender. What? Do you mean the last Airbender? Then the last Airbender, over Korra by a country mile.
Over here! Help me!
We talked about it last stream as well. Diluted constantly appears why I absolutely love the game as a kid. I can, like, if I got this game as a kid, I probably would have loved it as well.
Maybe I'll try.
But yeah, we talked about it last stream about Avatar: The Last Airbender being better than Korra. I didn't go as far as to, you know, make hot takes on an ER level about how Korra is the worst piece of media basically ever made. But it's still pretty bad. Okay, you know, you don't have to use capitals that much. That's for damn sure. The Far Nation first to make machines. The machines are evil. What is this, iRobot? Alright.
Maybe we'll find
First,
those other
let's
missing
equip Avatar.
benders too.
Korra didn't, you know, it didn't get better. It's okay. No, I'm saying that wrong. Korra actually did get better over the seasons. I don't mind Korra as much as you guys seem to do. Korra's good, Aang is great. Well, I'm very divided. Like, there are moments in Korra that I love. Like, the Chinese air style, the Chinese style of like the first Avatar episodes, looks amazing. Actually, like the writing there, absolute dog shit. Like the Black Lotus, Red Lotus, the other one, right? Concept behind it, really, really nice. Execution, first season, really, really nice. But like there's a few issues I have with it. Some of them are I don't like the character, and of course that's kind of a shitty one. Since you don't need to like a character to like the series, but it just grates me sometimes the way that the character acts. Um, and that's kind of already enough to just be turned off by a lot of it. So the biggest thing I dislike is how they scuffed Sokka. Actually, yeah, kind of. I hate some story element. Yeah, my bad. I don't want to spoil anything either. The thing is, Korra had potential. There's just potentie in it. But it's like I can't blame.
Hey there.
Can't blame the characters the series that much because like they never knew how many seasons they were gonna get, right? It's like they started off with one and then they got extended year by year. Where Avatar: The Last Airbender got all 3 seasons at once. That's a huge difference. Because it makes so they can actually like the same with like the sequels, right? They can actually write the entire series at once, at least the rough story beats. But they couldn't. So you get this story that like can't like there's no overarching story besides Korra needs to learn how to not be an asshole. But that's also about it. Yeah, exactly, Sea Fusion. It kind of makes it hard to watch if you like the character, but I disagree. I liked her. Yeah, to each their own, right? It's opinions in the end. But like, I didn't like her. I didn't like the character as much, and that didn't help. But I could have started to like her if the progress was a little bit different. But I don't. It's all hype. It's like all what do you call it? Hypotheticals. Like it's all what ifs and stuff like that. I like how Korra was super spoiled and had to grow. I didn't like how she got she just got everything from the get-go, right? Like, oh, she's this wonder child who can do everything but airbending. Like, I don't like that. If they actually... They showed her training, sure, but she was so insanely arrogant, she became unlikable to me. The thing is, she could all do, but no, not really. She's shown as a prodigy in fire and fire, water, and earth. People just know more. I don't agree. I don't know. She was like a child. It's just like I'm the Avatar. Deal with it. It's just like, ugh. It's very much personal opinion. She kept getting wrecked because she was overconfident. And that's the stuff I like, right? Like taking her down a notch. I like that whole thing showing that non-benders have power, right? That was fantastic. No! We ain't doing no damage here. Oh, I thought I could open like the door to get something here. Wait, is it actually decreasing? No. I think it actually is. But yeah, so like, I really would have liked to explore like the concept of non-benders more, and like the preferential there we go, position that like benders have in society. That would be great. And like I loved the Red Lotus or whatever they were called as well, right? The only like overarching story that I really didn't like was the Rava one. I just didn't really care for that much. Like I liked the whole thing, like, oh hey, an evil unifying force can come from other things as well, with other reasons, with like Kavira, like trying to unify, trying to unify the whole place, the whole Earth Kingdom. But then like the execution was asked, like, why are there giant robot mechas now? Like, is it like, does it actually make sense in universe? Really? It's like it's that whole thing. Like, I have a feeling a lot of things they did because it was cool, and not because it per se made sense in universe. I think they took the whole like, okay, there's a tech jump from The Last Airbender to Korra because they go to like early industrialization stuff, but I think they took it too far. And I just didn't like that, you know. It becomes too hand wavy. In my opinion. So a much better teaches you to living in a more and I don't believe it because I showed her at like a super young age before she was like discovered as the Avatar. There was some really good analysis why Korra was bad, can't remember. So like ER has like 3 videos on it, and he is like foaming at the mouth hatred of Korra. He does have some good points, but he takes it a bit too far, like discarding the good writing. Like, he acknowledges that there is good writing, but he discards that it's worth it, like based on the terrible parts, which I think is like, you can look past it and still enjoy the good stuff. I mean, with metal bending, it was at least plausible. I'm not saying it's not plausible, I'm saying it just doesn't feel right. So I like how he's like air bending with fire. Like, it just changed the particles to fire. It was a bit. I don't think the tech jump was a bit much, because I can understand, like, okay, the Fire Nation is like super technologically advanced, right? But they were all doing it for war, so them putting all that effort towards like industrialization would make sense. But I would have liked a little bit more explanation there, right? Like, spend maybe a few episodes or 1 or 2, maybe just 1 really, just like go to the Fire Nation, right? Talk to Zuko, and like he can just like offbeat mention things about industrial evolution, revolution. I mean, there's just so much that could have been done better, and it's like if they had much more time and more like episode-wise, right? If they had more episodes they could make, they could actually allot time there, but they didn't. So they had to like rush through the story because they only had 1 season at a time, basically. Yeah, sure, Shen. See you later.
Does this make sense to anyone?
Gotta pay a little bit of it. Korra's face, it looks so weird.
I was just trying to look at it.
What is up with her chin? What is up with her mouth? What is wrong with that?
Hey, that's the
Oh, it looks so weird.
Earthbender training camp. Or at least
Look, sorry, Tara's face. Same, mostly same letters.
But if there are Earthbenders still there, they could be in danger.
Oh, Aang's face is horrible as well. Like, Sokka looks at least a little bit normal, but woof. Did they explain why Korra couldn't take people's bendings away like Aang could? There was a bunch of people who didn't want to become benders and stuff. No, that's like something a normal bender couldn't teach her. It's like something that Aang could only do in the Avatar state, and it's like once, right? And it was an extreme measure. So I don't think it's something that Korra could just do at will. I'm talking too much about Korra. And like being more motivated than during the politics stream. It's because I can be much more divisive about Korra.
Well, I'm sure this is where the village was.
Yeah, the animation on there is really, really weird. I don't like it.
Great. I knew we shouldn't let the airhead lead.
You've been gone over 100 years, Aang.
Ugh, I don't like this.
I know.
Look, I see smoke and chimneys. Smoke means cooking. Cooking means food.
Let's land there and have a look around. Maybe you'll see something you recognize.
Korra's Yuri fanfic. Yeah, that's like another thing. Like the whole things like romance was a thing in The Last Airbender, right? But it was very slowly built up and built really well. Sokka and Suki and Aang and Katara, the urban thing.
Protect us.
There was all like I believe that, right? And Korra keeps jumping from boy to boy, and then to no one, and then to another one. It's like there's so much drama there that I just don't care for. Give me more pro bender matches instead of more romance like dribble. And the same with like the relationship in the end with Asami, I think. Not bad, just explain it more. And like, sure, they made like a comic about it, right? But that's not in the series itself. Like, it didn't 100% come from nowhere. But it sure as hell wasn't made believable. To be honest, Asami was the teenage girl kind of standard. Sure, but I don't care for it in Avatar. It's more like it took the forefront on too many occasions, right? With The Last Airbender, like the whole relationship stuff was there. It was like you could notice it, right? But it was subtle. It wasn't shoved in your face all the time. And I don't mind like a few scenes here and there, but I do mind like it being part of such a major plot point, and especially when it's ye olde confusion plot, right? The teenage drama makes sense, but it wasn't. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't interesting to watch. Would have been a bit. I didn't have to cancel an episode in the last season. Yeah. Again, the same thing with time, right? If you can have crummy romance if it's just done well, right? Like it's a teenage. They're older than in the Last Airbender, so it makes sense there would be a little bit more drama. Like the age group also increased. Like, are the kids who were watching Avatar would then be a little bit older and watching Korra, so they would relate to it, and that's fine. The stupid oh god. Ugh. But just like it's just a poor writing thing, and it's not something I can blame the producers for. It's like I don't understand why Nickelodeon just since you're like it's more Avatar, people are gonna love it. Give them like 4 seasons, and it'll be fine. Yeah, like a lot of stuff was done in the novels as well because they didn't have anywhere else to do it, right? But I barely remember stuff about them. I know a bit was about Korra and Asami in the spirit world. Love the art though is great. I never read the comics, but like the spirit world is another thing. Like I really like the spirit world they made, but then when they introduced like Rava, we have a group here. I just didn't care for that at all. It's just really not my cup of tea. The comic draft absurd was done from this. Yeah. It's just that Korra is something I wouldn't mind rewatching with like someone else who hasn't seen it before, but it's not something I'm gonna like anytime soon rewatch out of my own. Whether I would always be up for rewatching The Last Airbender. It's just that damn good. Which I think is another like slight issue. It's like Korra isn't a bad series, but it's super bad compared to The Last Airbender because it's just that good. So it's up against like a titan of quality. Yeah, the Zuko's mom, like the last Airbender had the same thing, right? Where they wrapped up some storyline in the comics. And like I don't like it when they do that, but it was less egregious than it was within Korra. If it wasn't the sequel, yeah, exactly. It would be very, very different. I'm rewatching Aang. It's such a nice series as well. And there are some less great episodes, but none of them are like episodes I would actively skip. I would just be like, eh. The Great Divide, yeah. I again, like, it's not a great episode, but I'm not gonna skip it because I still find it enjoyable. Whereas with Korra, I might just skip the first Avatar episodes, know what's gonna happen in them, and it's completely irrelevant. I need to know, is Rava good and the other one is bad? Red carpet bad, blue carpet good. There you go, that's all you need to know. I also like the whole thing with like all the... God, should I go into spoilers? Not everyone has watched it, right? I'll not go too deeply into spoilers. The first year also the way better supporting cast. Oh yeah, like the gang, fantastic characters all around. Even like supporting characters like Suki, 10 out of 10. Okay, that's a bit excessive. They're really good. It's only been 10 years. And like, Korra wasn't, like, near the end, Korra was a pretty alright character, right? When she realized that she's not the be-all, end-all of everything. Suki was a really good character, yeah. Like, 10 out of 10 is like a bit too much of a blanket statement. A really good character. I'd say with so many other supporting characters. And in Korra, some of the supporting characters are great, like, what's the inventor called with his assistant? You know, that guy. Pretty fun character, right? But like, the two boys sidekick love interests, I mean, you could have easily combined them into one character and not really lost anything. In my opinion, at least. Why am I so slow? Do I get slowed down by these or something? Was one of them the only love interests? Yeah, the assistant to the guy was his love interest. That's a spoiler, I guess, but I've watched nothing, but I don't mind spoilers. Well, it's like, it's not a big point, that's more what I'm trying to say. The thing is, like, the series has some really genuinely good moments. If you haven't watched it, I would still recommend watching it. Just know that having bad opinions or good opinions about it will get you a lot of hatred depending on the circle you're in. Oh yeah, the guy who taught him swimming, like, around for like 1 or 2 episodes, a little bit more I think, but fantastic, just really well written. Because they gave him a story, right? They gave him a backstory and motivations. Where in Legend of Korra, it's too much like a character where you know he has like a one-line description. Haru? Oh. Wait. Isn't Haru like an actual character from the series? He has hair. Yeah, that's right, but... Oh boy. Korra is okay. It's like, it's like, if you need a series to watch, like, in the background, Korra is perfectly fine. Will Haru really be our 4th? That'll be weird. Give some boots, kid. Quarry. Sure. Seems I don't have anything for the middle slot.
Wherever
But
the
there might be a
machines show
shop
up,
around
a
here.
vendor disappears.
I think it would be back this way, right? There's like 2 episodes. The kid with the sea Jill. You get tough, so it's clearly temp. I just need to remember to remove his stuff then. Actually, if he is temporary, I'm not even gonna give him things. Oh, he just saved as well, so not really needed. The last Airbender writing was great. Fire Nation wasn't just the bad people. The arms were painted in such a bad light, but the citizens were just normal people and not monsters. It's why I really like to have the episodes in the Fire Nation, right? To show the type of indoctrination and explaining a lot more about the backstory of why these people are the way they are. He goes to jail on the ocean. They had all the urban. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that was Haru. You're right. He was like the son, and then like they convince him, and he convinces the rest, and then they fight. Because he was like the last Airbender, sort of Earthbender they didn't find yet. I don't remember, man. Like the sea jail was such a great it feels like such a gimmick, but it makes sense. It's the same with like the Fire Nation jail in the volcano, right? The Fire Nation people can deal much more with heat. So of course they would make a jail there, so they could actually like benefit from it while the others suffered. You also get a sword without knowing you're getting. Yeah, but that's like the crux of everything, right? So they knew they were getting 60 episodes, and Korra didn't. And like, not even that. Like, the issue with Korra was the fact that Nickelodeon made it abundantly clear that ratings would determine what the direction was going to be long term. And that's just atrocious. Because, like, it never makes for a good series, right? Make it fixed length and rewrite the whole thing. And it'll be 10 times better. Because otherwise you get Korra. Otherwise you get the sequels. And, like, what I don't... Like, an example of a good show like that, besides The Last Ember, is, say, like, Gravity Falls, right? 2 seasons, and 2 really good seasons as well. That show has a little bit more filler than I'd like, but it doesn't become overbearing because it sprinkles little things here and there. There are a lot of them, sire. Thankfully, I am very good at killing wolves. What is some kind of wolf gauntlets? Good grief. Badger boots. The specialty bending skills were all really cool. Metal, blood, lightning, poor air, got nothing. Yeah, I got flight, sort of. You also get lava for Earth. Earth gets the most. Gravity Falls is really, really nice. No, I'm not saying the fillers are bad, but I'm saying, like, if my argument is that you can write a really in-depth story, because, like, Avatar has less filler and has more goal pursuing because the goal pursuing is very very broadly defined, right? Whereas Gravity Falls has like the goal isn't defined at the start, so it's a lot. The filler is a lot different as well. Because like the whole thing with stopping Bill only becomes a thing fairly late into the series, even though it's like hinted at quite a few times. Literally no one even on Discord. One Piece is one of those pieces of media that I've heard about a lot, and it's like so huge. The amount of episodes it has, or chapters as well, it's like 1,000 chapters. I like reading big pieces of media. That's there's no doubt about that. But
Hi.
a ball or a panda doll. Do I have something?
Hello. See you.
We'll find those later. Bending move, focus move.
I'm worried about the forest animals. There aren't as many as there should be.
Do you think something's happening to them?
More Avatar DDR.
I'm not sure, but
It's like 200 episodes and then I gave up. Yeah, it's like I don't know if I'll like it because it feels fairly generic to me, and I have watched extremely broadly similar things, right? Like Fairy Tale. I watched a lot of that, and I just like it's almost like eh.
did you hear that Sharon saw a flying?
Don't really feel like I need. Don't feel the need to watch more. Let's trade. There's some new stuff here, just find it kind of good. It's a lot of armor. It's a lot of armor. It'll make you into the good tank. And this is like not great, but this is a big one. And this is just a straight upgrade. Oh, but that's expensive. We'll take you. Oh, that's 1,125. Well, thank you for putting that off screen. Can't break into One Piece no matter how hard I try. Yeah, I don't. You'll know if you like it by chapter 50. That's not impossible to read. Fairy Tale, yikes. Yeah. I don't. It's something I watched years ago. I compressed the video to like 240p, and I like watched it on some old ass phone in like on my holidays to Italy. It's so long ago.
Goodbye.
Anything I can do for you?
Health medicine. I would actually like, but I don't have the money. Whirlwind sandals. Oh, wait a minute.
Peace.
Here we go. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so right as a Four Winds charm, that's also why. If you run out of health, you are dishonored. Okay, sure.
Four Nations is such a great.
Hey, it's
Oh, I never. It's the Avatar
Okay.
himself.
for toys. They're not for us. In the bushes of north. Okay, sure.
Do you ever get the feeling you are being watched?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Nice. It's like XP collected? Huh. Whack, whack. And get whacked. Ooh, ba-da-ba-da. Freaking shonen manga. Lots of words about... Maybe I'll give it a shot. Why not? I did just finish reading Attack on Titan. God, what an ending. I won't spoil it, because especially if you're watching the anime, the manga is like, it's done. So of course it's way ahead.
Did you hear that Sharon?
It's, yeah, woof.
If you were the Avatar.
Young Earthrealm was kidnapped. Southwest.
Farewell. The forest is protected. We do all.
Greetings.
Sure,
Take care.
Southwest.
Oh, that's right. I left it at the anvil.
That's right. Let's see. I haven't watched it. I need to really to do it. So exactly, I don't want to do any spoilers. My brother's a huge fan. It's on the second season. So he tried One Piece until like after. You mean either read? I think I'll just watch it. AOT season 3 is a banger. I need to watch the final season. The final season is like, there's 2 parts. The first part is done, and it's like,
We're not gonna let Airhead lead?
I was actually kind of not sure, because it's like the final season, and we knew how many episodes it was going to have. And what happened in the end is that they're gonna do like a part 2 to the season, right? So it'll be the final season. Honestly, I love Attack on Titan. It's it is so good. And I just really enjoy almost everything about it.
We do our part.
The writing is alright. It's not top tier, but pretty alright. That is probably for Katara. There we go. Or maybe I want to give that to Aang, actually. It's good to give you a little bit of armor. This will be fine.
Forest animals. There aren't as many as there should be.
Do you think something's happening to them?
First half of grade, latter half, though. Of what
Their
exactly?
numbers are definitely down.
The ending is... Yeah, the ending is quite something. It's... I can't say anything about it. Let's see. Local mine, let's... Dragon Robe. Looks pretty good.
Later. What's up?
Okay, we got the mission for find some black ore. Good luck. I'm not gonna say anything about the ending because Attack on Titan is one of those series where the story is very important, right? So I'm not gonna say anything. Just say I really enjoyed it. There's gonna be more later, but for right now, nothing new is gonna be published until like later this year. It's like well, one thing I could talk about is like a lot of people were complaining about the mix of 2D and 3D. They switched studios for the last season because allegedly the studio they were originally with like said no to producing a season on a very short time budget. So they went with Mappa, and they did a really good job. the big thing is that like the Titans are 3D rendered sometimes in the big scenes, and it's not terrible. And sometimes they do draw it 2D. I wouldn't say it's all that bad. They change a few things compared to the manga, but nothing significant. So yeah, I can recommend Attack on Titan quite a bit. Let's say it's a shame they didn't go for the Madagascar ending. Really would have liked to see King Julian, but it's what it is. Rain boots. Nah. There are 2 Avatar games. Which one is this? It's the one for the GameCube. I think the other one is called The Fire Nation, or something like that. Anyway, this is called Avatar: The Legend of Aang for the GameCube. And of course, I am playing this on an actual GameCube. You mean, come on. What do you think I am? Some kind of guy who emulates? Please, that's disgusting. I play everything on a original console. Even the goddamn CDI games. People still call me mad for that. I don't get why, you know. It's such a fantastic console. How can anyone hate it? But yeah, there's like always too much new good stuff to watch. Currently, I'm finally watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Because I actually started watching that a long time ago. I never finished it. But I'm watching it with my girlfriend now. And, we're basically gonna... We actually watched JoJo before. And it's kind of ironic. We're just done and then they announced Stone Ocean. Really looking forward to that, by the way. The first thing my girlfriend did say was that the color scheme of the pro tag looked awful. She's, well, not entirely wrong, but not extremely right either. I might watch Attack on Titan with her, but it's a series I've watched completely. But then again, I also rewatched almost all of JoJo with her, so maybe I'll do it. She might not like the violence, but we'll see. Wasted time on JoJo, get a real series. Oh, shut up. They all started having weird lipstick. Yeah, we'll see. I haven't read the manga at all. I still would like to read the JoJo manga, but I think the books that I found were fairly expensive. Maybe I'll pick up a box set somewhere. Especially because the manga is like so far ahead compared to the anime. Like 3 parts or something. I quite like it. Also, I don't know anything about it. I haven't read it at all, so no spoilers. Oh boy. This feels easier than it really should have. Got nothing? Okay, we got a little bit from that, but still. Let's see. Where's the special thing? Oh.
Airbending won't do anything.
Probably
I'm
Sokka.
in charge.
More Avatar DDR. More cut like Stone Murder Part 3 for 5. There's some really wacky stuff in it. It's great.
Boomerang versus bending? Boomerang wins.
Anti-heat Sal.
Hey, have you tried it?
I know the way.
I avoid action shown and stuff like The Plague. Rom-com or get the fuck out. Is JoJo any good though? JoJo is fantastic. He knows. I didn't want to do it, but Adri, you had to do it. Why? What like brain cells are you missing that you thought that I know the way was a good thing to do? I just want to mass murder animals here. JoJo is JoJo. JoJo is a very interesting series. I find it very difficult to like pin if someone will like it. I would say generally you will, because it's just pretty good. Yeah, like the first JoJo, it's old. It also changes so much after the second part. Like, what's the first part called again? Phantom Blood? I don't remember. Anyway, after Battle Tendency, it becomes really, really different. But I like all of it. So it's a bit difficult. Like, I can say... You can, like, try to watch part 1 and see if you like that. Because if you like part 1, you'll like part everything else. But there's a chance that you won't like part 1, but will like part 3. The episodes aren't that long. Season 1 takes very long to get going, but you can give it a shot,
Why did
of
you
course.
run? If you'd stayed to fight, Uncle might still be.
What did you do? The machines, where is he now? Trapped inside.
Bye.
We'll try and rescue the guy. Oh, really? It doesn't
I
work?
can't help with this.
More DDR.
Problem solved.
I know the way.
It looks so stupid. And the rocks go like, bye, zoom away. It's great. What a game. Look, you can tell that they did not have an animation budget. Good lord.
I'm not sure I can help here.
Anyway, I can recommend JoJo. It's something I enjoyed a lot. And it's not like Psycho no Quasar, which is, you know, absolute garbage, but I still enjoyed a bit. It's unironically good.
Boomerang versus bending? Boomerang wins.
It's like the art style, like the way they draw the characters is... makes you question your heterosexuality, I'll say it that way. Those are some very interesting rocks. Nobody should talk about that. Hypermasculinity, that's what it is. It's still very enjoyable. And it's not obnoxious. Just be by... yeah. It's like, JoJo has a very avid community as well. It's pretty big. Very memey. But it just has some so great moments. And like, the stuff, it becomes very creative, right? It becomes wacky. Very wacky, but I like that. It's very enjoyable. It isn't a series that has, like, the best in-episode storytelling or overarching story, but the moments and moments of it is great. Maybe after Dragon Maid I'll look into it. I watched Dragon Maid with my girlfriend and she loved it. Look, her taste is really bad, guys. She liked Dragon Maid. She liked Psycho no Quasar. Good grief. Guys, is my girlfriend a weeb? Don't answer that. The answer is yes.
Whoa,
She's the biggest weeb out there. She's worse. You're not wrong. You're very not wrong. The funny thing is, one of my other like, very good friends, she hates animation, and I'm not talking about anime. I'm talking about everything that's animated. I'm not gonna call her taste shit, but she has shit taste. Like we showed her Ghibli movies, and she was like, "I don't like this because it's animated." Like, I don't know, I think someone kicked her as a kid and told her that animations are for kids, and she just, like, never got around that.
Has to trust his instinct.
No, I want Haru.
I don't think throwing my boomerang at this will do anything.
It's really weird.
Earthbending always comes in handy.
What do you think about CGI? Same thing, shit. She's a hentai weeb. Dragon Maid isn't that bad. You brought her up before, we had the exact topic before. Yeah, I know, it's just... It keeps reminding me how wrong a person can be.
Follow me.
The anime where breast milk gets power? Yeah, that's Quasar. That's Cycle no Quasar. Don't tell me she likes cape shit. She doesn't. She hates superhero movies either. She basically likes rom-coms and like true crime, and that's about it. What were her criteria again for a good movie? I think the first place and how attractive the people in it were. Like, I don't want to call her shallow, but boy, she's shallow. She's very nice, by the way, but, good grief. Yeah, it has to have, like, some, like, real-life-ish stakes to her. So, like, real crime and, like, that kind of stuff, right? Drama. Nice. Let's make a save here. So actually, I need to drink my tea before it gets cold. I hate rom-coms that aren't animated. I'm not a big fan of rom-coms anyway, so, eh. What was the story of Quasar? God, you have these people that can control like an element, and their all of their powers are like powered by breast milk. Because like breast milk is like a holy source of power, and the chemical element stuff becomes really stupid. And so this one guy, like the main character, he can like extract iron from blood or something, or he's like a blood bender. I don't remember. It's been years ago. And like he can use that to create swords, and more like alchemy. Yeah, kind of. It's really dumb. Just don't watch Psycho no Quasar. It's like it was written by a super horny guy who didn't care about story. And you can tell.
I'm in charge.
It's just like, just don't watch it. It's like, it's just trash. Oh yeah, the Russian Orthodox Church was there as well. That was like the religious breast milk. Kiss X sis? What the hell? Keep your incest stuff to yourself, damn it.
I know the way.
You know the way.
Aye.
Hi.
Oi,
Oi, oi, oi.
This way.
Oh, it's more DDR! Now for healing. Nice. Why does he sound like a Brooklyn uncle? Oi, oi, oi.
My.
You can't do that.
You're not wrong.
See?
Ready, guys?
Sure. Just like TLR. Just skip the episode with the lolly. God. I don't know. I don't watch that many series at the moment. Like I still need to watch the last few episodes of Attack on Titan, but like I already watched the manga, so like I need to know the story right now. But like what am I trying to say here? So there's like I don't have tons of time like I did in high school to watch whatever kind of crap I wanted. Maybe if I go on holidays again, I'll bring some to watch. I don't think... No, there's nothing I'm even watching on my own right now. I had some really crap anime that I watched, but I don't feel I need to continue watching that.
Okay, let's go.
Like, I don't even remember the name of it.
I know the way.
Guys,
Kiss X's with Wave of Boards. Just soft port. Good grief. Musoku Tensei. Sword sword make you extremely uncomfortable. Good grief. If I need anything to watch, I can always post again in any of the various discords with weebs in them. Bonk. There we go. Come on, there we go. Watch ReZero. I've heard about ReZero, but I have no desire to. Serious with economics? Isekais. I don't know. Oh yeah, My Hero Academia. That's the one that I haven't finished watching yet. I think there's some OVA stuff as well I need to watch there. Yeah, Boku no Hero Academia. It's pretty fun. It's a bit daft at moments, but It's like someone made I saw a post on Reddit about like Class 1A whenever they do something normal classes always do. There's like so many episodes that are really mediocre filler. But I like the overarching plot there. Yeah, Boku no Hero Academia. It's really just cape shit. You're not wrong, but I like it anyway. Look, my taste is garbage at moments. I will not deny that. Come on. Everyone says you're garbage wherever we have all weebs here, yeah. Already dead. What the? Oh, they're lanterns. God, there's a lot of them. Rewatch Campione? I've never heard of that. Imagine being a weeb streaming Azur Lane and saying, yeah. Like, if you want to watch more of me saying that, just go watch the Zutra run. It had way too much of it. Don't think about it, and I never think. It makes my life so much more enjoyable.
I'm in charge.
More DDR. Go.
Earthbending always comes in handy.
Follow me.
Oh, I want to see what's up here. Earth and Over Campione was trash but fun to read. I have so much stuff to read as well. Again, if I'm gonna read a manga, it's gonna be JoJo, 100%. I was also thinking about getting another book. Starting. I was thinking about making a very big mistake and starting to play War in the Pacific, and ordering the physical manual for that and reading it, because I really like reading manuals for games, and I might need to for that one. Look, I wanna let my inner weeb run true, and YOLO my Yamato into American lines. Like, what else do you want me to do? Go grind out the Dutch line in World of Warships? I can't even do that yet.
That's gotta sting.
Follow me, guys.
War in the Pacific is cool, actually. The first time I watched him play was like not. It looks really, really interesting, very in depth. It took some time to figure out whatever I watched one about 80%. Yeah, the game is like super expensive. It's like $75 for the game, and then another 13 for the physical edition. It's expensive as all hell. But that's like I was talking about it as well. It's almost like just wait for a discount, right? There's no reason to actually pay full price for that. Join. I already own Star Sector. As what's his name? Idicious gave that to me to play as a Patreon game a long time ago, and I never did. Give me that. Is my inventory full? I don't wanna. Yeah, there we go. I need to sell some of the stuff then. I don't need my robe anymore. I think we just looped around. Yeah, we looped around all the way. Right. Remember to read the Duwang scans, read the manga for JoJo. So I don't know what's up with this Duwang scans, right? Isn't that... I can just buy it in English. Why would I read scans? I prefer reading physical stuff, you know? I really want to touch it. It took up so much time. Yeah, like, Star Sector, to me, is probably going to be like Factorio in Minecraft, like, something that'll just suck me in completely. It's extremely low. Why would I do that? That sounds like a terrible idea. By the way, there's no map in this place, so I'm just gonna go back the way I came. No, there's one path we didn't explore yet, so I'll have to go back and see if I can find that. Oh. Fun. I didn't know they unfroze, so maybe I'm mistaking some paths. Well, we're gonna find out soon. Krebs finds it to be heresy for some reason. It looks way better to me. You mean the colored ones? Depends on how they look. I read some of the colored stuff for Attack on Titan. It was pretty good. But that's like mostly amateur. Get out of here. It should relive the early 2000s manga. Well, can't wait. No, this one's still here. Oh yeah, there we go.
Hey.
Maybe if you two stopped arguing all the time, you'd see that actions.
Okay, so we rescued the guy. Let's go bring back the ore as well. Let's see. There's a reason why manga's black and white. I hate to feel the full color in physical copies. Yeah, like when I was reading Attack on Titan, I was like perfectly fine with like black and white. It's like the shading is done really well. So like it's not like you're missing a ton when you're reading it in black and white. It's raining. Their power should be lessened, game. Gosh darn it.
Stand still.
God, doing anime felt so late. It felt so underground during early 2000s. So I still do go to CD websites. What else would you get your anime from? Please don't tell me from legitimate sites. Pathetic. Very dead rope. And the rope. Nah, the panda rope is worth more. I don't know what this is. Okay, it's a panda, so I can drop like a normal robe. Doesn't even actually discard it. I mean,
Is it true that waterbenders can turn themselves into giant rain clouds?
I don't really need to fight this at all. See no need in actually fighting these when, like, I can't really carry any of their drops. I like how the game doesn't care that you're, like, just running past them.
Wow, you're tough.
I wonder if my crew gets teleported to me. Rob.
Four nations. Hey, come
Hey,
on.
there they are. I'm just running
Those
past.
poor young
Good luck.
Transient Emperor. Can I trade with you? Wait, Heavenly Headband? It's just worse. Let's sell all the heavenly and all the panda stuff. Because if we already have it equipped, we're not going to be using it again.
Later.
So the transient emperor stuff, what is it? Ooh. Yes, please. And then we can give some more stuff to Sokka. Yeah, yours is a straight upgrade. Same goes for you, Sun Slippers. Not gonna give you the core ring. Just gotta make sure.
Four nations. Hey, come on.
Timeless are so hard for some reason they can release in black and white initially, make a fully colored version one other. Plenty of others have full-time assistants they still need to crunch. Yeah, because it's a lot of work, right? Like, it's not easy to do
Do you think something's happening?
writing, drawing, etc. It's a lot of work.
Four nations is such a great game.
What's even our goal now?
Anyone seen my hammer?
Oh, talk to that guy. That's the... Yeah, makes sense.
These are troubling.
Create a trapped miner.
Goodbye. Peace be with you.
Action.
Farewell.
Powerful spirit that lives in the woods. Okay. Sounds more like something on a per publisher basis. I wouldn't know. Anyway, I'm not sad that I missed all the jank of older manga reading, especially when it wasn't properly released in Europe.
Look at the sky. It tells the future.
Oh wait, of course. Like, do we need to like
Goodbye.
talk
I'll leave.
to you?
Peace be with you.
Okay, never mind.
Farewell.
No, we just need to do one more dialogue tree, and now we got the
Someone said
objective.
they saw some strange machine.
Man, what a world. If only I could go back to the days where I had, just didn't do my homework in high school and just played video games all night and watched anime. The good old days. The good old days. Anime studios can release weekly episodes as well as animating 25 minutes of stuff, much more work. Well, I mean, the animation qualities of some animes is low. And like they cut corners, all right, to make it work. Like you can actually see that with Attack on Titan, for example, right? You had the weekly episodes were like sometimes shit. Like certain scenes were just trash. And then you would watch like the Blu-ray version and they actually fixed it and it looked fantastic. So they sometimes just like cut corners immensely and then just, we'll fix it in post. But except post was like the Blu-ray DVDs that got released later on. The good old days when I didn't have to do my tax returns. I still don't have to do my tax returns, technically. Well, what's so bad about this time skip in One Piece? Because you've mentioned it a few times now. Anime teams work on anime months, and they it's why like for the later seasons of Attack on Titan, it isn't as much of an issue. Because
Okay, let's go.
they've been working on this for ages, and they're not like releasing it week by week. The animation quality becomes poor. Did they switch studios or something? Why does it become like a lot worse all of a sudden?
Piece of cake.
Lifebinder ring. Sure, straight upgrade. Follow me.
Airbending won't do anything.
A leader has to trust his instincts.
More DDR. Truly one of the weirder aspects of the game.
I'll have to teach you that, Aang.
What is that even?
Follow me.
I genuinely can't tell. Probably ran out of frames. The constant filler repeating stuff from previous. Oh god, the manga doesn't process fast enough. They don't want to add random news. Oh really? Just recap of an episode. Ugh, that sounds atrocious. Why just not pause the anime at that point? There were zero reasons to do a DDR segment, and yet they still did. Yeah, just have like half your episode be previously on Dragon Ball Z. It's the biggest cash cow in animation. It's huge. I know it's huge, but I guess it makes sense to milk that. Ah, generic bell sound. Dot wham.
The darn machines must be back. Everyone to the front gate.
Oh yeah, the stealth in this game, you just become invisible.
I can't help with this.
Stealth out of 10.
Boomerang versus bending? Boomerang wins.
Actually, yeah. Yeah, it's actually Pathfinder. Oh, that's great.
You need more practice.
Okay, let's go.
Don't mind me. Just passing through. This goddamn game, man. Oh, that animation quality, that's great. Truly great. 1 second. I had to stop my rewatch after the first arc of the time skip and just read the manga from that point instead. Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, I mentioned it before with regards to Attack on Titan, Knappel. It's how they, like, the big fight scenes with Titans, they just CGI it these days, because it just takes too much time and thus money to actually animate the stuff. And a lot of people were very angry about that because, like, the old studio, Wit Studio, did it with I'm not sure which way to go. Is the issue here? No, I don't mind it either. It depends, Brelix, right? Like the amounts can be atrocious, and that was like sometimes the issue with Attack on Titan. Like the quality would drop so much. Like you had one sequence that was like very pretty, right? And then it just switches to the next one. You see like, you know, dancing baby dot JPEG. Just, you know, you're like, oh, okay, it's trash. I haven't watched Berserk, so I wouldn't know. But like, Mappa does it a lot better for the newer seasons of Attack on Titan. Good grief, some of it was bad.
I thought you sounded good.
Dancing Baby Gold, no, god damn it, Baz. Not that one.
I thought you guys were good. Not right now.
Berserk CGI was so bad it became iconic for bad CGI. Truly wonderful.
Follow me.
I don't think there's anything here. Nope. We did get the chest, which is kind of good, but c'est la vie. There we go. So what was that bell for again? I have no idea. For the Avatar, you're sure committing a lot of casual murder. Hey, look, Fire Nation people aren't really people. Now, what do you mean dehumanizing? What does that even mean? These poachers are so bad because they kill animals. Please, ignore me while I murder all these wolves. I swear, Aang's a vegan. When are you watching Yu-Gi-Oh? I already watched Yu-Gi-Oh when I was a kid. I watched the Dutch version on Jetix or something, whatever that was called. The really old one. The good old days. Watching cartoons for half the day. Yeah, don't you remember? The good old days. Ah. I use Pot of Greed, which allows me to draw 2 more cards. And I draw Pot of Greed, which allows me to draw 2 more cards. Hey Kaiba, do you know what Pot of Greed does? I need to grab my foil Pot of Greed again and start reading it 15 times in a row. It's peak humor, don't you know? Peak humor.
Follow me, guys.
God, that sounds really weird.
I know the way. I'll have to teach you, Aang.
And the robe. I'm just gonna sell those. Save for the heavenly one. Lifebinder charm, I'm not sure. Oh, that's for Katara. I think. So good though. Stop telling me what the card does. The bad Fire Nation wolves. Yeah, you're right. You know, I was surprised when a pot agrees with League 1 2. You're surprised? You're not wrong. Like, the ban list in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is extremely long. I remember I was playing with a friend, and we were like, you know, we don't care about the ban list, because it's so long that, like, a decent chunk of my cards would not be allowed. Look, I just want to play my Egyptian meme cards. And it wasn't like I was, like, laying infinite combos on the dude. We were playing fairly fair. God, I remember playing with the pendulum mechanic back when there were still separate slots for it instead of spell card slots. God, I was unbalanced. Crushed him almost every game. Turns out being able to summon level 8 monsters nilly-willy is kind of OP. Just too good of a card. There's never... Yeah, because it's like... there's a minimum deck size in Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pot of Greed is an instant +1. And card advantage is immensely important in, you know, any card game, really.
Look at the sky. Goodbye.
Hi.
Bye! Track and choose. I hope is the only option left. Where can I find him?
Till next time.
Sure. Like, I am not following the story at all. By the way, I can barely read the text on screen. It's too far away from me. And my eyesight's shit. Not the pendulum stuff. The pendulum stuff was really bad. Like, you have lands to pad. Yeah, exactly. It's like in Magic, you just add in lands or remove them if you need it.
About the forest end.
It's actually pretty funny. There used to be not a maximum deck size in Yu-Gi-Oh! And there are a lot of cards which allow you to search your deck. And of course the rules say that after every shuffle, after you search, you need to shuffle your deck. So these jokers, they showed up with a deck of like 700 cards. And they were like organizers themselves who weren't partaking in this event. And they kind of realized that there was a terrible thing to not have a maximum deck size. So they showed up with like 2 people carrying a huge deck box, like hundreds of cards. And so and of course the deck was a meme, but it was like filled with cards to like search or shuffle. So at some point they were given a disqualifying because it actually was impossible to play the game with that deck. And the guys, of course, took it, right? And then after the tournament, they added maximum deck size of like 70 or 80 cards, I think. Always good to see loopholes. Yeah, they realized that like they were good sports about it, right? Someone could have actually come to a tournament and used a deck like that, and they wouldn't have been able to properly disqualify that person. So these guys were like, we want to make sure that never ever happens because people are known to be shitty. So we just abuse it ourselves. Also, we already did this path, I think. So I'll just go follow the arrow. But yeah, decks can get pretty... Decks aren't very large in Yu-Gi-Oh! I think that the tenets are like pretty much the same as Magic as well. Like, you have mill decks, you have your own mill decks, you have opponent mill decks. Like in Yu-Gi-Oh, it's the same. Yeah, it's the exact same as in Magic. You know, milling your own deck can be pretty good. It's the same as in Magic. That you lose if your deck is empty. But there are plenty of ways you can keep like one card in your hand. Like you put it to the graveyard, you get it back. Your hand will never be empty, or like your deck will never be empty. Because I think in Yu-Gi-Oh, if you have to draw from an empty deck, you lose. Hey there, Sugar. Good to see you. I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh in so long. I really like playing the physical card game. I have 1 or 2 decks. I also have like 2 Magic decks, but not as many cards as I have Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I also have the good memes in Yu-Gi-Oh, like the Egyptian god cards, which need like 2 paragraphs to even describe what they do. Yu-Gi-Oh got really stupid the more, like I was... they were still like actively releasing new mechanics, and whenever I read about them, I'm like, why is this a thing, right? Yeah, though the thing is, they don't change the whole rule set, but they add like a new mechanic, which changes like everything. Like when they released tuner monsters, it changed everything. And then they released Pendulum, and not in that order. I think this thing was in between. You had like Iggy monsters as well, and you had so much other stuff. Yeah, card games on motorcycles. That was Tuner that season. Well, that's kind of, yeah, the XYZ summons. And then you had like a lot of attachment with materials. It's like they have neat stuff, but it becomes like whenever they release a new set, you have to like relearn the entire game. And it's frankly the same with any game like that way. Like same with Hearthstone. I don't think it's that bad with Magic, but then again I also don't follow Magic that well. I played a bit of Magic Arena when it came out, but Card games cost too much time and too much money to stay up to date in. It's actually become a pretty big issue with Hearthstone, I think, as well, where like it takes so much freaking time or money to stay up to date with the cards that it just that they're like their player base is dwindling like crazy as well. I need to go back. Running the wrong way. And frankly, they deserve it. I mean, it's Blizzard. It's made to wring money out of people. Hearthstone is already unplayable casually. It still exists. They're still releasing new stuff. And that's kind of the issue. It's like they're, as a response to dwindling player bases, they're releasing more stuff, which in turn made people not want to play anymore. Because like what happens in card games like this, you always have like a player base that is leaving and entering again at any point. And all they did was make like the leaving part worse, as well as make more people not want to rejoin. Like I played a lot of Hearthstone. I really enjoyed that. But when I look at the amount of new cards and new keywords and new mechanics, though, I just like, maybe I'll come back and play some of the single player stuff that I haven't completed yet. But like, I feel no need to like play against other people in that game. I actually played a little bit of like the Total War card game as well, because I got like a beta invite for that. Holy hell, it's ass. Really bad. It might have changed after the beta, but I don't see a reason to play that as well. Total War game, yeah, of course, that's the way you pronounce it, right? Total War Elysium, I think it was called. Don't remember. Oh, he's already dead. Like, I'm trying to read chat here as well. You can't blame me. It's one of those things I wish I could do more of it on Twitch, like watch parties with people. I know you can do it on Discord just fine, but I know a few people did movie nights on some other Discords. Maybe I should do something like that. I can see you're so invested in this game. It's not bad, but like the moments and moments of is eh. Oh, it's boss time. Lucky movie night. Never. I heard Total War game free. Figured no, we're not on 40k. If only. No, I was talking about the Total War card game that is really bad. We're gonna do this boss fight and then we're gonna be calling it for tonight. Like I said, never played Total Warhammer, still want to. But I saw there was gonna be new DLC for Warhammer, sorry, Vermintide. It's kind of interesting. I might play through that once with Krebs. Oh,
That is
I almost toppled my Yamato. Whoopsie. Gotta move that back a bit.
a big bear.
stand strong.
Fucking whacked. So he's charging, right? Oh, it's the same as with the other guy. Just like stun him and then whack him. Wow, it's so original. So before, dying was actually an issue, but there are so many people now that we actually regen health faster than he can deal it to us. There was also no difficulty slider, because it feels like he's doing very little damage to us. So stupid. Oh, there we go. It's like a worse version of Monster Hunter. Like a really bad version of Monster Hunter. God, we're just playing a bad version of Monster Hunter. Good lord. I just realized. That's another Time Eater game, Nitro. You should know you played Rome Total. I haven't played Rome Total War. Like I said, the only Total War game I've played is 3K, Three Kingdoms.
Find where the machines are coming from.
You possess the seed of knowledge already. Plant it at the core of the earth, and you will find what you seek.
What does that even mean?
I didn't mind it that much, Andrew.
It means we're going to see a king.
You've unlocked the level art gallery. Okay. Anyway, that's gonna be it for now, I think. I like Shogun the most because the English was so memorable. Someday I might have more times to play video games. Well, maybe in the holidays, but it'll be a while. Game? I think the game died. Well. Well, let's see. Well. This is just wonderful. I think we did. Well, we saved for sure before the boss fight, so that'll be fine. I think the game's dead. I'll leave it then. That's gonna be it for now. Yeah, such is life. Actually, I can just quickly restart and see if it still works. You can check the level art gallery. It's actually one of the nice things. Oh, they added to the software that I'm using to launch this is that you can restart to the game immediately instead of the whole software shebang. Just when we needed the game the most, it disappeared. Indeed. Well, actually, we would have needed it more earlier. I'm just gonna quickly check where Omashu, yeah. Check if we can load in. With the game for Nazis, you can win awesome prizes.
It will be so good to see Omashu again. How did you know that the sage meant for us to go there?
It was a riddle. The knowledge we have is that the machines have armor. And no one knows armor better than earthbenders. When the sage said core, he obviously meant the core of the Earth Kingdom, which is Omashu.
Obviously.
You're just jealous because you weren't wise enough to work it out.
Oh yeah, we should all be wise like Aang.
We're here.
What? There's nothing wrong.
Great city of Omashu.
It's great.
I forgot we had Dutch subtitles. 10 out of 10. Best part of the game. Oh, look at these drawings. Okay, this... That's kind of alright. Like, this is neat, but they have, like... A child drew this layout. It's freaking pretend language. You're a pretend language, Prelix. Nothing wrong with gaan met Boomy praten. Might be spoilers though, so I'm not gonna go too far. This art is always nice. Alright. An actual button to go to the title screen. Cheers for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys again tomorrow after Baz and I figure out what co-op game we're actually gonna do, because I don't think either of us know. So, good night, and see you guys later.